Survival of the fittest. This is the subject I have brought on for today's vlog. Survival of the fittest. If you take note of the food I'm eating, it's organically produced whole foods and vegan based, plant and fruit based. Now, as you heard, I had a heart attack on the 21st of June 2019, where I was shocked and brought into St. Bart's Hospital, where I had a partial blockage of my arteries. And to my surprise, they tell me I'm eating too many eggs, and the eggs raised my cholesterol levels to dangerous levels, which then cause a blockage of the arteries. Since I've quitted the eggs and taken the medication, there's no pains in my chest. But it's a shocker. It's really give me an eye opener. You're thinking you're eating healthy, and then when you decide to have eggs, and the effect of the eggs gives you a heart attack, it's a shocker. So I'm saying that you have to be very specific with your diet, not just eat healthily and then think that's it. If one sets of foods and then you have eggs, you have to leave eggs alone completely. But one time, for 5 years, I did raw vegan diet, and I had no eggs in my diet. I felt good. I must admit, since I had the eggs, the warning signs were there. 7 eggs a day. I love the eggs. I used to have it scrambled, and when I had it scrambled, I'd use butter. I'd have it fried. I'd use extra virgin olive oil to fry it, and I'd also have boiled eggs with a bit of Himalayan sea salt in. Like I said, I eat a lot of whole food. You can see here, I've got beetroots. These are wholly freshly grown. You see the plant, the root end of it, not the root, the plant end of it. Pumpkins, kiwis, rockets, dates, radishes, cabbage, pomegranates, antioxidants, apricots. This is very good if you eat the seeds. It has vitamin B17, I think it is, vitamin B17, a cancer killer, and Turkish peppers, ginger for boiled root ginger. All these things I have in my habit. If you see my previous videos, I usually eat. Lemons, I have lemon juice, peel the skin, soak it and drink it, or I have hot lemons with honey sometimes. Pineapples, tomatoes, and for a snack I've got cashew nuts. So I was saying, the fittest survive. I've got a young son born, I've got a girl on the way, so it's my duty to survive for at least the next 40 years. I'm age 58, and I do believe if I really channel myself, all my energies, spiritually and mentally, into myself, my family, and eat healthily, but also think healthily, avoiding stress, because stress is another thing which can cause your heart attacks. Don't let people suck you into negative energy. I've got a lot of things off my back which I have to explain, which I'm going to explain, which I'm going to put in the videos. Things about my family, the life I had with my family, as you already know, which has had a huge impact on my life. Like I said, it's a personal experience for me, not my brothers or sisters, but myself personally, which I have. Like I said, the victim has been one of my brothers, Nigel, and my sister Damiana. She's been a victim of my parents, the way we got raised. But we're all victims, really, the way we come out and how we relate with each other. So what I'm saying, the things you've got to eliminate from your diet, I do believe, are things like meat, eggs, milk, and I'll tell you why, cheese, and anything manufactured in packets, a lot of packet foods. Think of the nuts and the little snacks. I think these are right to eat, but if I can get the nuts just in my hand, grown off, and put in my own paper basket, I prefer that. Okay, the dates are very healthy. I had no problem with dates, and I get the other one called Medjool dates. They're very good. I'd like to get things like this, fresh, just in the hand, fresh, no packets. Pineapples. You want to get foods that's been just picked from the ground, that's got soil on it, still organic and raw. not manufactured, not polished, not clean. Apricots, fresh apricots, cabbage, kiwis, pumpkin, beetroot, lemon, root ginger. Because when you remove the manufacturing process, you are over halfway there to having a healthier life and eradicating sickness. Now, I'm going to tell you why this is the case. We don't know how hygienic these people are when you manufacture products in boxes, in packets, in tins, and you look on the Sainsbury's and the Tesco's and the Asda's and the Lidl's, etc., and the Waitrose, or any supermarket, in fact. They put into tins, but when these products are made, they go on assembly lines and conveyor belts and manufacturing processes. Oh yes, they have the health and safety standards, but how often do these people check the process? I'm going to give you an example. A few months ago, there's a baby jar, I think it was Heinz, where they found a baby jar of food. They found bits of rubber glove in the jar of food. Now these foods we feed our babies, and to find rubber gloves in that jar is quite shocking to think you're giving your baby that. So it's all I'm trying to tell you, the manufacturing process, how safe is it when you buy a box of porridge oats? How safe and how clean is that process when the oats come in and it runs along the conveyor belt process, the people working there, when they sneeze on the food and their mouth covered, is their hands clean? When they go to the toilet, do they wash their hands? A lot of bacteria in the foods. So it's a big question. The same thing with meat. When you go through the meat process, when you buy meats are injected with growth hormones, so they grow faster, because these companies, all they're thinking of is profits. Of course they want your custom, but they want profits. But what happens with this process of profits comes sacrifices, and the sacrifices are us, the consumer, our health. Our health is a sacrifice. If we die, it doesn't matter to manufacturers, because they'll get a lot of customers always buy meat. But the problem is you have the growth hormones in the cows, where it would take 4 years for a cow to grow. These cows are growing 2 years or even quicker because of growth hormones. Now what the problem is with these growth hormones, they create diseases where they pack all the cattle together. Now how they combat these diseases is by the use of antibiotics, which they inject them with. Things like tuberculosis, they inject that with us also. What happens there, you eat the meat, it goes through your system. And all this is in your system, all this is toxic poison. So, if you eradicate meat, you improve your health. The same thing goes with chicken, the same thing goes with fish. Because even fish, if fish is the healthiest meat I eat, I still eat some of my fish. But I try to eat freshwater fish, but still, the sea is polluted. There's lots of pollutants in the sea, like mercury, radioactivity, chemical waste. It's small traces, you can't see it, but over a while you start to notice your health deteriorating and you can't explain why you're not feeling well, but it's because of the health. Now in the air, we have pollutants in the air, and these pollutants, like say for instance, industry, traffic pollution, it gets into the air, reacts with sunlight or no sunlight, and gets into your what do you call it, your passage, your breathing circulation system, your lungs. It then enters your bloodstream. Your blood becomes toxic, your blood passes through your arteries, therefore it affects your arteries, which then delivers blood to the heart. All this adds up to heart disease as well. So the area you live in, the higher the pollution, the more chance of diseases and cancer. Heart attack and cancer, high blood pressure. You can feel it when it's polluted, you can feel the stress of pollution. It's deadly. That's why the electric car is going to be the best thing we have. We've got to stop burning fossil fuels. The fossil fuels are just heating up the planet and making people depressed. Temperature changes, climatic changes, etc. But like I said, with me, I've got a son Isaac and a daughter coming, and it is the fittest survives. And I want to survive for at least another 40 years. I think I can go beyond that. But it depends on if this planet will allow me to and supply fresh foods. But then it's also up to me to channel positive thoughts. If I've got anything off my mind anything I want to get off my mind, I will do so. But I've learned through with time how to deal with what's happened with me in the past. It's something I think about, but I've got no hate for the people involved, like my family. I've got no hate, but I don't understand. I'm trying to understand why. Why are people that meant to love you, a father meant you born, meant to love you, and if they got doubt of anything wrong with you or any mistakes in the family, because no human being is perfect. So to help you, to forgive you, forgive each other, the whole family. Why is the family at each other? With all hate. And you notice, like I said, people like that, they have problems themselves. So people attacking me in the family, they have problems themselves. My brother Titus, brother Adrian, brother Stephen, Nigel, they have problems themselves in their back of their mind. They're from where my dad raised them up to how they are now. And these things you have to look at. Why is a person a certain way they are? And like I said in the hospital, and this is a personal word to my brother Adrian, the way you approached me in the funeral, you certainly looked at me with absolute disgust in the funeral, and also slated me for not turning up at the hospital enough to see my mother. There are reasons. Why don't you ask yourself, instead of moaning at someone and judging someone, what you do, which is very wrong, there are reasons for everything on this planet done by every human. If you don't know someone's life, behind their life, you ask, and you ask, why are you not here? Or contact, ask them in a nice, positive way. Not judge a person and point a finger down at them and call them fat cunt on YouTube. Excuse my language, that's what's called my brother Adrian, fat cunt. And the thing is, my brother, what he done is one of the best things he ever done. Because at first I felt offended, but there's another thing I've learned to do is to take hate from people, like hate, and turn that around in a positive way that will help myself. And I'm going to give you an example. When my brother called me a fat cunt, excuse my language, when he called me that word, it made me determined to take the weight off my body, to take the weight off. It made me think about it every single day, the way I look, how I look. I said, it's not how I look, because he remembers me when I was ripped in complete shape. So when he sees me that way, he says, oh, what's happening with your life? This is my brother. So what's happening in your life? Why are you putting so much weight on? I wouldn't attack my brother on a YouTube or something. I said, you fat cunt. I wouldn't do that at all. It's awful. But he did that. That's the way he is, and you can't change people. So I can't have these people around my life, around my lovely family. It'd be really nice to have Isaac's uncles in his life, but the way they are, I can't allow my son to have any destabilized life. Isaac is going to have a future, a good future, and the way I'm going to raise him, he's going to have a good, positive upbringing, very positive. I'm going to teach him, he's going to learn the right way, and he's going to learn to make his own mistakes, and I'll be there to guide him right. And when he comes up as an adult, he will have utmost respect for me, because the relationship I have is not a friction relationship where I've got a woman taking drugs, a woman's filthy, where she don't clean the home, she'll distract the man and kill his prospects for making money, and give absolute hell through drugs and drink or any kind of problem. And that's what I had in the past. I had all that in the past, and a lot of my family don't understand that, including my sister Patricia. They just don't understand. They don't know what's really going on. I can't even blame them, because if people don't know what's happened properly, I mean 100%, and they hear things from people and gossip, this is how it happened. It's poison. It's toxic poison. And the big mistake, like I said, I made is kept my mouth shut and allowed the family to keep talking about me. And me not saying nothing, people around the family kept believing what was happening, and then they form a negative opinion on you. They kept on going like that, kept on going. Started by my father. He's very negative towards me from the time of birth, and this is expressed by the way he beat me from a young boy in age 4. I put pepper on the tongue, beating me completely. But I was mentally strong. I survived. Daddy, I survive. Daddy, I call by biological means, not father. Father don't do that to the child at all. So I say father or daddy, I mean through biological means only. He's not my dad. I've got no feelings for my dad at all. No feelings whatsoever. I've got no hate, but I've got no feelings, and I don't understand. And this is where I am, I don't understand. So what I look back is just to think, what happened to my dad when he was growing up. So that's what it is. When you have problems in life, with anybody, any problem, a family member, or anyone you have, girlfriend, friends, colleagues at work, and you get snapped at, you've got to ask yourself the question, where are them people coming from? Sometimes you try and you bang your head against the wall to try and make it work with them. My family arranged trips to Scotland, Lake District, I took them with me. And at pure hell, I got my ex-wife strangling one of my brothers when I've gone out in the middle of the night to research something. I come back to the youth hostel hotels and my ex-wife is strangling my brother, and it's craziness. The brother in question is my brother Nigel, and he's got a special needs problem. Okay, so it's absolute hell. So what it is, you've got to find out what the pattern of that person is, and that's where it comes from. That's where the trouble comes from. It's like all the stabbings in the streets. Most of the young people have got no fathers. They're working 24 hours 7, and there's no love there for the children or anything. It's like what happened to me, my son Tyson, when I broke up with my ex-wife. It's a part of me just left him, and I think that bit he resents me. I was going through depression myself. I couldn't handle anything. Almost had a car with both of us in it. I wanted to crash a car with my son and me in it. That's how bad it was. People don't know that. And my son will tell you that. I need to crash a car with him. I wanted to ram the car and just end my life. That's how bad it was. My depression started long while I was with her. The children don't see it. I try and hide it, but they see tears in my eyes occasionally. It's like coming more and more. This is depression. I don't know what to do. So they never had to go through it at all. And I think it's all about me. It's not. It's about everybody. Everyone is the victim. Everyone's a victim. But I look now and I think, I've lost my son Tyson. I've nothing to do with him. I don't see my grandson Andre, and he's got another girl, don't see him at all. But so what? So what? Look what I've got now. Lovely son Isaac. He makes me smile every day. I hold him, kiss him, and we just wrestle and have a good laugh. And the bonding is like no other. Even the children of my ex-wife was never like that, because I never had the mentality and the comfort around the home to enjoy the children like it, because of all the drinking and the drugs and from the previous part with Maxine, and then the drinking, the alcohol, and the woman is just pure useless. So here we go. The thing for me is to survive. And by surviving is to not be around people, negative people like my brother Titus, the haters, they hate you all the time. You look at them, you smile, you love your brother, hate. You love your brother Stephen, hate, negative. You can't do this, you can't do this, you're not doing that. Or if you won the lottery, you wouldn't give me no money. And it's far from the truth. They're judging, they're putting things in your head that that's I'll give you an example of what my family are like. And my dad, you're stupid, why are you going? If you book a holiday, to St. Lucia, and I'm going to tell you in exact words what my dad says to my brother Adrian. He says like this, we're going to talk a Caribbean way. Fool! The boy going to St. Lucia. Dumb boy. That's just the way that his brain is. Now, a person of high intellect will say, have you booked a holiday to St. Lucia? He said, oh, that's good. What part of St. Lucia are you going? He said, I'm going to go Splash Beach, Redwee and Soufriere. Oh, I hope you have a good time. Let me know how your holiday goes. What do you hope to achieve from it? So my brother Ed will respond with, with the grandparents and whatever. And Dad will say, look, I'll try and find some positive accommodation for you. Or get in touch with the relatives there. We'll try and do something. I've got some land. We'll try and build a place. Look into research and build a place. My dad don't give a toss. All he cares about is the thing called alcohol. He just drinks the alcohol down. He's a bum. I'll say it, and he's a bum. It's a truth. My dad's a bum. And that's it. I don't care what the family thinks about it, what I'm saying. It's a fact, and they know it. It's a bum. I won't say no more, but like I said, got my good life now, and I'm planning to every day improve my life, improve the quality of life and the people I deal with, and also when I have problems with people on social media, in life in general, just work out how you're going to deal with them. Before I react, just work out how you're going to deal with them. Just keep the stress behind you, not in front of you on your chest to cause you heart attack, to cause you stress. Just deal with the problem. Deal with it intelligently. Don't let it get to you. If it gets to you, your heart will go. You will eat emotionally. Emotional eating without thinking, and you will die. Hope you enjoyed this vlog anyway. And one last thing I'd like to say is I'm going to make a vlog about it in the week. Lost a fantastic, legendary boxer called Pernell Sweet Pea Whitaker. He died yesterday of a car crash in Virginia, United States. And he was knocked over by a driver. What a loss. Sweet Pea was one of the best defensive fighters ever. In fact, Mayweather reminds me of Sweet Pea. When Sweet Pea Pernell Whitaker, when Mayweather was young growing up, and the sparring with Frankie Randall, Mayweather was a phenomenal boxer. And sparring with Sweet Pea, Mayweather learned a lot from Sweet Pea, the moves, defensive moves, and developed his own style. But it reminded me of Mayweather. I see Mayweather, I remember me of Sweet Pea Pernell Whitaker. Pernell Whitaker fought Julio Chavez and Oscar De La Hoya. And I think he was robbed in those 2 fights. So anyhow, rest in peace, Sweet Pea. And man, what a loss, Pernell Whitaker, what a loss. And you heard of Zab Judah, he got put in a, not coma, but he was put in hospital, bleeding in the brain after a boxing match he had last week, but he recovered with the family. God bless you, and I hope you recover properly. Everyone, I hope you learn to love each other, learn to enjoy this very, very, very short life we have. Travel as much as you can, or do the things you like best you can. What myself and Laura are enjoying more than anything, more than any holiday, more than any dreams of any holiday, we're just enjoying our son Isaac. It's unbelievable. We're enjoying him more than anything we've enjoyed that we've done so far. Me, I've enjoyed Isaac more than anything I've done in my lifetime. And I wish I could have the same thing with my present children. They've grown very negative. They've got very negative flaws, and there's nothing I can do about that. I tried with them, and it's not worth it. So anyhow, think about it, health, and don't eat no eggs. Don't eat no meat. Don't eat no bacon. No stress. Be happy. Lose weight. As you can see me losing weight. You see my body, I'm losing weight. I'll be my target weight even by September, my birthday. Hope you enjoyed this vlog. Thanks for watching. Sweet Pea.